Welcome back to the PepperCorn Boys, where the group chat becomes the podcast.
We're live.
We are in person.
Yeah, we're in person.
Oh, yes, we are. So we're going to have the nicest dynamic ever.
And no Joe between us either.
There's no Joe between us. There's no Joe between us. Should we say why we haven't got Joe between us?
Yeah, go for it.
So Joe is at home with the doggo, Sly. So shout out to Sly. He's been having a couple of issues, so he's gone into the vet, and you never know if he's going to need a surgery, things like that. So he's just kind of cuddled up with the boy, making sure he's all good. But shout out to Sly.
Yeah, the little furry fella.
But that has left the two.
An opening. I'm in Wales.
Yes.
It's left an opening.
It's left an opening for an argument.
This could get dicey or it could be nice. That's the one thing that we got going for us.
Well, that's what I was going to say was you think we've done a therapy episode.
Yeah.
But who was there to sort it all out?
Joe was, yeah.
Joe was there.
Yeah.
When you stole my drink at Charlie Chalk's, who was there to bring it back?
Charlie Chalk's?
Yeah, Joe was there.
Yeah.
And who was there when you tried to sleep with my sister? Joe was there.
Yeah,
I don't have a sister, so that's, full kayfabe there, I think.
Yeah. Hey, my name isn't someone in our friendship group.
No, it's not, yeah. So, hey, if you're listening, have a guess. But I'd say, but sister, probably not.
No.
It's a relative. Probably a relative, yeah. But I was actually going to bring this one up because I really want to early doors go to Bruno's the type of guy.
Yeah, we haven't had a proper Bruno's type of guy in a while.
Well, this one might be. I'm going to put a trigger warning with it.
Let's go. Oh, wow. Trigger warning for me or
trigger warning for you, of course. Not the audience. This will be a trigger warning for you. Bruno's the type of guy that fancies himself quite the tech guy.
Oh, my God.
But really, I'm actually just above him as far as tech goes.
Unbelievable. So, all right, without me this morning, where you would be watching your little AEW promo, program on your phone, you had given up the ghost. And I said, hey,
just bring it.
Give it me.
Give it me?
Give it me.
The worst part is you started singing and I knew you were onto something.
Give it to Big Man.
Yeah.
I'll sort it.
I don't. In person, this is worse. This is worse.
I'll sort it.
I'm gonna just.
And what did I do?
I watched the AEW, my little AEW pay per view.
Yeah.
I watched on the big screen.
Yeah.
While
Big Man sorted it.
Yes.
Pretty quickly, pretty swiftly. And then what was the other one? You were like, "Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing? Oh my God!"
So you were doing something they do in radio, where you just kind of keep talking until you know what you're going to say next, I am right now. Yeah. You were doing that before you realized. And was it where you thought it was when you were doing it? When you were smiling?
It's slightly changed, but I got there.
But you didn't get it straight away?
No.
So a fair question, did you know what you're doing?
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, it was too loose out of your lips. Do you know what you're doing?
You could be careful with your tongue. You know?
What
I'll say is I'll set up the scenario. I was on Bruno's Mac trying to log into a Triller app. And I couldn't do it. And I tried a few different things.
Scott Bishton, and you have to go through his Google.
Well, that's a worry. So I handed over because he did this thing. That this is really what the Bruno is, the type of guys. He does
smug.
It's so smug, and even if he doesn't get it, he'll still be smug.
Yeah.
But he got it, and he's even more smug. Yeah. So essentially, he does this thing. He goes, "Give it here.
I'm alpha. I'm the king. I told you."
It's that little laugh. Give it here. But it'd be so ridiculous. It'd be something like coding a laptop. I'll be like, I can't code a laptop. Skill,
Yeah.
And you go, bring it here. It's like as if anyone's supposed to know how to do these things.
But all I want is a little bit of like, you started out, Bruno thinks that he's a tech guy, but he's not.
Well, no, you aren't. But I'm actually a little bit above.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Can you tell me how you're above? Like, this is what's going on.
So I'm like, we just talked about coding. Bruno's not a coder. I am. I can send text like Kelly Rowland via Excel.
Via Excel? Yeah.
Do you remember the video? The dilemma video?
Yeah.
Do you remember she sends a text via Microsoft Excel?
And who in this pairing is a freak in the sheet?
I hate the fact that you've used that for Microsoft Excel. Oh, yeah, you do love Excel.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. What did you get in GCSE level for IT?
Oh, I got real bad. I think in GCSE, I didn't think we take it, but A level, I was hardly there, so I got like a D or something.
Oh, wow. Ask me one.
Hey, Scott, what did you get in GCSE IT, mate?
In GCSE ICT?
Yeah.
I got an A.
Did you?
I did.
And what have you done with it?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I know how to use a TikTok. Kinda. Maybe. I know how to use a microwave.
Yeah.
Is that what
It's not called that in these parts of
It's a pinky pop.
Yeah.
I've made that up. I don't think it is. It's something close to
It's something ding dong, isn't it?
When I think of ding dong, I think of Turtles Return of the Ooze. The two lads, the two dinosaur looking guys. And he gets his feet tickled and he's trying to eat ding dongs. And he's like,
Bebop and Rocksteady, is that?
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Cool.
It might not. I feel like in that one they tried to rename Bebop and Rocksteady and like in the 90s tried to make it newer, so they kind of changed it to a different name. I don't remember what their name. It was Super Shredder, no. Vanilla Ice, Super Shredder, and I can't remember these two guys' names. It's not Bebop and Rocksteady, which it should have been. It was obviously like a knockoff version. They were trying something. The 90s were so hip.
They were so good. And I can't wait for the Marvel X-Men. It's been redone in the 90s style, but with newer content.
Well, I don't really fully understand what you just said.
Yeah, but
Marvel is Batman and those guys. And what are they doing? They're redoing the comics. DC. So it's more 90s.
Do you know the X-Men 90s comic book TV series?
No.
On a Saturday morning. I don't know how you.
I thought the X-Men came out like 07.
I don't know how you lived your life. It's beautiful.
You were there, mate.
Yeah, I did it, and I did it.
But you also watched Power Rangers, so
yeah, I was Spider-Man. I was Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was watching real stuff like professional wrestling
and Renford Rejects and stuff like that.
Did you like Renford Rejects?
I don't know if I did.
I thought you did. There's a guy called Bruno. Come on.
Yeah, true. Maybe the first time of a guy called Bruno, but we've got a guy in our NFL group chat that has still stuck with Renford Rejects.
He has.
Yeah.
It's actually Renford Rejects.
It is Renford Rejects.
I never put that two together. I think
all this.
I don't think I was
even said.
So. I was thinking I knew it was a take on Renford Rejects. I didn't think his name was Renford Rejects.
It's a complete steal of that.
Oh. Well, I'm going to call my new NFL draft name 90s XFL Wolverine and Deadpool.
We used to have a Dylan Panthers in there from Friday Night Lights as well.
Is that the name of the Friday Night
Lights? That's changed to the Foxes now. Shout out, hey, we finally got our NFL group chat into this, but I can't stand the Rejects.
Why?
Because he's a horrible human being.
Okay, I'll move on from that. No, I think we should just stick with that.
He's good. He's good.
I can't correlate names to names of teams yet because hey, I don't know everyone as well.
Yeah,
but I do talk to them.
I've got a lot of time for Snook.
We've got a lot of time. Snook.
Shout
I know
out.
Snook.
Shout out to him.
But going back a little bit to the tech, a little bit to Super Shredder.
Yeah.
I don't know what tech I'm better than you at, but I'm probably. Is that solid?
No. I think I could comfortably out-tech you, understand tech quicker than you, and pick up. Like, my ceiling is far above yours.
Yep. I don't know.
Like, I'm not sure it could get, like, if... I'm trying to think of a...
Go on, no, you got it. Keep going.
Okay, so Manchester United, Anthony's floor is, like,
low.
It's low. Right down here.
Right.
But, like, Alejandro Garnacho.
See him picking his nose this week. Talk about that.
No, I don't want to.
Bring it down a little bit.
This isn't.
Get your hand.
No, yeah.
Lift your hand.
Yeah.
Lift your hand. Bring it down a tiny bit.
All right. Okay,
that's picking the nose.
Cool. Fair.
See how you did what I told you.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Cool.
Very interesting.
That's definitely come off now. So we're on one camera now.
Hey, we're on one camera. I like that though.
Yeah.
Hey, but do you know what the best part is? Retention on YouTube. If you're watching us, the PepperCorn Boys, get to the end.
Yeah.
Because retention is never high in anyone's YouTube, not just us. But guess what? If you've got this far, we've gone to one camera, baby.
We're one camera setup now.
We're a one camera setup. And do you know what? Tech guy over here, take him 4 hours to get that camera to set up. And look what's just happened. This is actually case in point because if we're using my cameras.
Yeah? We're using your cameras.
Don't be personal.
I'm not.
This is comedy because you're going to become personal. I can see it.
You can sense it. I definitely was.
The consensus is you're sensing it. What I'll say is this. Yesterday we were in a car, we were looking for Tim Hortons.
Oh my God.
Where did you take us?
All right.
Because this is a tech issue.
Yeah, there's one bit of tech that just I can't get my head around with correctly because we said last week I put in for your stag do an address in Nottingham to get to Hooters.
You're only 30 miles away from where we're supposed to be.
And we went to Mansfield or wherever we went.
Yeah, you went to someone called Mr. Hooters or something.
But yeah, I tried to go to Tim Hortons yesterday.
Yeah, where did you end up?
Timbits? What
yeah.
was it called?
You said that would have been closer. I think it was Timmits, and I don't know what Timmits is. I don't know if I should be talking about it.
Beat that.
Tell us below if you know what that is. We assume it's where they keep the aliens.
It's something, because it was definitely a little.
It was high security.
It was definitely, what's it, Ground 05? Ground 05? Area 5. Area 51?
No. It's Ground 05. Ground 05. It wasn't even 5.
Area 51.
It was Area 51. Yeah. It felt a little bit like that. And there's a giant pothole if you're ever going.
Yeah.
But don't go. Because, hey. But Bruno has this thing. I don't know if this is a tech thing or whether his geography's so
It's
bad.
not geography.
Yeah, because you're so good with your geography.
Hey, you saw today I was quite good with my geography.
You were very good with your geography. I never even finished my sentence. We talked about this yesterday. I talk too fast, Bruno just gives up on sentence. Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, welcome.
Hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah, we're learning together.
We are.
It's not geography-wise, it's putting it into the navigation. I feel like I'm either getting done by Waze or, yeah.
Guys, there's other apps you can use, but what I would say is this. Bruno uses a Wish version of Google Maps. So what you usually do is just write, we live near Swansea-ish.
Mm-hmm.
What will happen is you write Tim Hortons into search bar. What will come up is one in Cardiff, one in Swansea. And we look at it and he denies it. So he looks at it and goes, 15 minutes we were in Swansea.
Yeah.
And he goes, 15 minutes.
That doesn't sound
right. I was like, but there's 2 in this country. And he said, no, there's 2 in Swansea by the looks of it, because Waze have told me there's 2. So we'll just head there. It's 1 mile away. Oh, wow. That's wild that Google didn't know about this one. But Waze did. And he took us to Area 55.
Yeah. I feel like I just wanted it to be there so bad that I wanted the shorter distance.
You just believe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to do that.
To be fair, I'm going to say it's the Welsh intel that we got beforehand.
Well, going after a whole country is mad to do that directly after that. But that's all you've been doing since you've been here. But no, so I don't know if that's a tech issue. The actual issue was...
I think it's me issue.
Well, I think it's all a you issue. That's what this podcast is about.
True. Yeah.
No, that's as far as I was going to go with the tech thing. And realistically, Bruno's much better than me at tech. So that is...
I think the only thing you're better at me at is...
Only thing?
Yeah. Is probably some sport.
Some sport. Yeah. Virgo over here. I'm not bringing it up again, but I mean, Virgo would probably school me on pool. I think if we play 10 games of pool, how many times do you win?
Right now?
Yeah, if you say 9. I thought you were going to say 9, and that was going to annoy me, but you said 10.
10.
Oh. I'll give you're going to win more.
Yeah.
Just 6.
Yeah.
And that's if you cheat.
No, I reckon I could knock you for 10.
You think you could beat me at pool?
10 times.
Or snooker or whatever these...
No, it's not snooker. I'm not good enough.
You're not good at snooker. Oh, yeah. I am. Don't worry.
Yeah, cool.
So we have to do your one. Okay. Are we talking about stripes versus darts?
No,
red versus yellow?
I like red versus yellow.
Of course you do. It's just a bit easier for the eyes.
I can play American pool. Fine. With the American balls, stripes and dots.
Okay. Well, I think we should do this.
I think we should too.
But we have to do it 10 times now. Because you're claiming you can win 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
You don't even think I'd nick one.
You'd only get one if I potted the black. So you'd only win by default.
That's mad. You're so confident. It's really annoying.
We've established this before. I'm very overly confident.
Yes.
Even if I lose. Even if you beat me like 2 times, 3 times. Maybe, to be fair, even if you beat me 6 times, more out of it, I'll still be confident.
You'll come back for more.
Next time, yeah. Hey, what's that focus? Double it until you go.
Yeah.
Until you win.
I thought there was 3 things you could beat me at. And I admitted, I think you could beat me at pool.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's as landslidey as you think it is. But I mean, you're probably that, plump-breasted brunettes, naming them. And the third one would probably be...
Cooking?
Oh no, eating glizzies. Do you know what I mean?
No, you got me a glizzy eating.
I don't like how you're saying that. Okay, let's just change the cake.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought it was a glizzy based. I thought it was a shape thing.
No.
I thought you were trying to get me there.
No, I reckon I can eat more cake than you.
You think it is a glizzy then? You think I can just suck down some dogs?
Yeah, you can.
This is annoying me. So you'll beat me at pool, but I'll beat you a glizzy.
Yeah. You're like that guy, that famous American guy that comes out once every Thanksgiving.
Comes out. Okay. Keep going.
And takes some glizzies, yeah.
Take some glizzies. Don't even eat them. Just taking them.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, I'm shaking. I'm furious.
You can.
I'm so mad. All right, I'm going to name things. I'm going to just repeatedly name things, and you're going to say Bruno or Scott.
Okay.
Who's going to win these things?
All right.
Paul.
Bruno.
Darts.
Oh. Scott.
Okay. Cake eating.
Bruno.
Tennis.
Bruno.
Bowling.
Oh, I sucked last week. Bruno.
I sucked last week. Me. Knowing who the hell Karinikoff is.
Bruno.
Yeah.
You mean my future wife?
Your future wife. Most deleted search history.
I keep it clean anyway.
Was in you clean it up?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's better for it.
It's better for it.
Yeah. Generally, I hate having
for the tech.
I hate having too many tabs open. I hate having too many cookies.
Okay. Do you allow cookies when you go onto a website?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay. I say my wife hates me hitting that accept button. She wants me to
always
decline. No, you don't.
Yeah, no, I always.
You're a big cookie guy.
I always accept.
You're a big cookie guy
because I don't delete them.
Okay. If one of us if we had to cycle from Swansea to London, Swansea to London, who's getting there first cycling?
You'll get there first, but yeah.
So what are you going to do? Right. Do it in more style? I'll tell you what. I reckon by Pontycliffe, by the time you get to Ragland, I reckon you tear a hamstring,
I don't know,
fall off the bike,
that would take. That's some serious journey.
I think you see a coffee roast as you stop.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you do. Just running up a hill. Who's winning?
You.
Okay.
I said 40.
All right. Someone gets. We both get spun around in an airport. You got to find your way to Singapore. Who's getting there?
Bruno.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think you're more individual?
Astute. Not individual. I'm more. I can definitely. I've got a good sense.
You're more independent.
I've got a good sense of direction. I'm definitely not more independent. Do not try and bring.
I'm just saying. I'm not bringing anything. What do you think I'm bringing?
Our car chats. Yes.
Hey, no, I'm just saying. Do you think you're more independent?
It's a podcast in itself. No, I'm not.
Because I'm an independent lady.
No, I'm not. Yeah. You're an independent woman. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, singing.
You.
That's a weird
Scott, yeah. I wish. I think I go for it more and I put more into it, but you've got the better voice.
I've got a good voice.
Yeah.
Should we try a bit?
Yeah, please, yeah.
Name a song. Tell me the song.
Name my one, Always.
Always.
Bon Jovi, you know?
You sang to Yannick. Was his name Scorpion?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Peter. Peter Scorpion.
Peter Scorpion?
Yeah.
What's his real name?
No.
Okay. Give me the first bar. So I can't remember what it is. No, you don't have to sing it, but you can tell me.
It's Romeo.
This Romeo is bleeding. You can see his blood.
Oh, okay.
Nothing but some feeling.
So
hold on. Keep touch.
Do you know what? I was singing in the car the other day.
We're done with that. No, I think we're done with that.
Hey, come on. And I actually hit a note in the used on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh, the stag that I was on last
you're in the car with people when you...
I was in the stag, doing it. He said, that's probably the best I've ever heard you sing. Never do it again. Like, you can't, like, that's it now.
Mm-hmm.
If you stop there, you're fine. I think I just hit that note right. I was like, I wish I could, like, bottle it.
Yeah, I reckon 9 times out of 10 you beat me at snooker.
How many singing lessons do you reckon it would take for me to sing, like, consistently well?
I think Die and Reincarnation.
True.
No. I think you're a good singer anyway. I quite like your singing. You sing like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's just annoyed by that. Everything I've just said is very annoying.
Yeah, but a much lower level than Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, you sing like Hugh Jackman if you couldn't sing.
Yeah.
But I can see it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can see it. I just thought about something I wanted to bring up on the podcast because I don't want to keep listing things. It might get a bit boring.
No.
But what I thought could be fun is a new section of the show where I maybe ask a few questions to you.
Okay.
And we should have a jingle for it or something where we go, how Tory is Bruno?
Oh, no. Do not. No.
Yeah, this is what we're going to do. So today, Tory. Bruno's a Tory. Dory. He's a port.
All right. Before I like the jingle. I like the segment.
I'm asking you 3 questions you don't know about.
Can I just preface in the fact that I have no political affiliation with anything?
Yeah. other than the Tories. Other than being Mr. Tory.
Just oozing out of my personality, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. Sorry.
These are the 3 questions.
Yes.
The last flight you took.
Yeah.
Were you in economy?
I was in Virgin Premium.
Okay. That's a strike. I feel like that's going to go down as a strike.
Okay.
The last time you filled your car.
Yeah.
It was over 50 quid.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the third one? Did you or did you not have a Tory Wilson poster in your bedroom?
I feel like I've been duped here.
That's 3 strikes and you're out of it. That is as Tory as it gets.
Yeah.
You even gravitate towards people called Tory.
Yeah. I did have a Tory Wilson poster, yes.
I'm aware. And I ruined that.
And that potentially could have ended our friendship before it even began.
In hindsight, I'm going to actually, this is huge for us. I'm going to apologise for that.
Oh, wow.
Because I think that was a rotten move.
You were a rotten child back then, though.
So, this is...
Marie Dudley! I'm going to ruin your poster!
What's annoying me is it's not far off and I can hear it and it almost feels like I'm saying it and I don't like that. Yeah, I had it. At one point, I did have a squeakier voice than I do now. Obviously, you hear my voice now. My baby lungs. And that's where it started.
Maybe, yeah, true.
I got tiny little lungs.
Yeah.
And it seemed to come out in a way that sounded a little bit like Pee-wee Herman or someone, I'm apologising. What I would like you to do, I appreciate that. This is a better response. The first one wasn't as good. Yeah. So what I want to say is, when people apologise to you, what you shouldn't do is double down. So, I'm sorry for being like that. Your response is, you were a dirty little rat or something, whatever you said. Yeah. What you're supposed to do is, I appreciate that. It takes a big man.
Big man. Yeah.
To do that, especially on such a listened to podcast. So, but instead, obviously, you went for the low road. Likely.
Yeah.
Because as your mentor Boris Johnson once said, I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. Probably said, "Don't go out. Don't go out. I'm going out though. And where's my wife?" That kind of stuff.
I think the annoying thing is on a football pitch. I think Boris Johnson might have more grace than I do sometimes.
No, you're more graceful than me. That's the one thing I'll give you. I think you're an awful football player, but I think you've got grace.
I toppled over pretty much like Boris Johnson.
No.
Yeah.
That's an age thing though as well. Don't?
No,
I've laid you up there.
I think it's a weight thing.
Yeah, I laid you up there not to say that. Just an age thing. We're just getting old. Like Silver.
We're just getting old.
As you can see, Silver Fox.
We're getting old, yeah.
Have you got any grey hairs? I actually do.
In my beard.
I haven't had anything.
In my beard, nothing in my hair yet.
I got one out the side here. Elissy found it and she had a little... She loved it. She got very excited, took a picture of it.
She likes the little silver fox.
She loves the silver fox, yeah.
Wow.
Problem is, before it goes silver, it'll be gone. So she might enjoy a little bit when I'm just half and half. When I've got Hulk Hogan's haircut, but it's silver.
Question.
I.e. the guy from Ghostbusters on the picture. That's me.
No.
Beetlejuice. Ghostbusters doesn't understand the reference. But X-Men. Boris Johnson interviews. Loves it.
You're speaking my language, yeah.
You're about to say something.
Oh my god.
Oh no, again. Welcome to the PepperCorn Boys.
Welcome to...
You see, you've gone dry.
Yeah.
Well, ladies.
Hold on.
No, well, hold on. Guys, if you're listening, this is good stuff. While he's figuring this out, I'm just going to say, watch this on YouTube, the PepperCorn Boys, and if not, go download this on iTunes and Spotify. Because
we're going to have to say that again later because it will be cut.
No, I want this all in. Nah. This is good. Nah. Oh, because you got to look good.
I've got to look good.
That's right. Forgot.
Hey, I've got to look as good as you do when you have to be pinned. You said last week it took 3 people to pin you.
Oh, I did.
The big man has to look strong.
I have to look strong.
I have to look strong in this podcast. I really can't remember. Let's move on to... Should we do PepperCorn or should we do the other thing?
I'm going to do... I think we'll end on the other thing. We'll start with PepperCorn. Oh,
okay.
So I'm going to start with my PepperCorn.
Yeah, cool.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So you've come to Wales. How have you found it?
It's been delightful. It's been a very short stay, but the weather could be better, of course.
That's interesting you bring that up. Well, if you were going to describe it in 3 words, what would you say?
Bleak.
Okay. Doesn't match up with how nicely you put it.
What? The whole trip as a whole?
The country, not the trip.
The trip.
The trip was good. The trip was good.
What's a good word for nice views?
Scenic.
Scenic.
Lovely.
But it's bleak. It's scenic. Yeah, and stuck in the 80s.
So my Peppercorn corner is: do you think it's good to be stuck in the 80s or not, or do you reckon it's only good if you have nostalgia for the 90s and the 80s, or if you were born
Have
in
you
the 70s?
taken the Joe route this week?
My Peppercorn corner was actually rain.
Rain. Okay.
Generally,
rain
across the board. Rain. Because you said it first. The weather could be better.
Yeah.
Wet. Down.
I hate rain.
Wet.
I hate rain. Yeah.
You hate it.
Corn it to the absolute end of the earth. It's only good when when you have to make epic speeches or tropical rain. Epic speeches in rain,
yep,
or tropical. Because there was a point in Miami when we went where it was a little bit tropical rain after a storm and it was warm and we all got in that pool. And then in Cairns when we went for an Australia rugby tour.
Oh wow,
lads. It rained while we were there, and we all got in the pool again. And it was beautiful. Tropical rain, though, because it was warm, tropical rain.
So you like getting in the pool with a group of guys? That's what we've established in nice climates.
Yes.
With rain.
Yes.
Cool. What's interesting about when we talked about the only good things that come from rain are speeches, Tory, and then the other one was tropical climates, because I can afford to go there. I was actually going to say the one thing I love about rain is it hydrates the earth. So it helps farmers, it helps everything, livestock, vegetables. It keeps us all moving around. That's what I was actually thinking of.
You were worried.
Obviously, drinking water.
Yeah, you were worried about the lambs last week, weren't you?
I was very worried. But obviously, that's my version of events. Obviously, yours was, if you're doing a speech. But as far as I'm calling it, I hate it. I can't stand it. I like cold. Cold's fine.
Cold is fine. Yes.
Fine. Windy, not a big fan, but I'll take it over rain.
Yes, I will too.
It's the worst. If you've ever worked in it for a period of time, it's horrid. It's just, you can't get away from it. That's what annoys me. If you go sit in your car and have lunch, if you're working it or something, the whole car steams up, you're soaked, your car's soaked. If you go indoors, you're ruining things. If you have to do paperwork, i.e. rescue adoptions, you're water everywhere. It's just, there's no way of dealing with it.
There's not. You
can wear hold an umbrella, you can... the rain max, but then like halfway down your jeans, it gets soaked.
Yeah. Do you know how annoying rain was when we were in the height of Pokemon Go, and it was and trying to walk around Pokemon Go in the rain? Not ideal, mate. You're
doing it for yourself, yeah. Okay, cool. You're aware.
Yeah.
You're aware.
Yeah, mate.
Like a true Tory, though, I would have thought you wouldn't be aware.
Hey.
But obviously, go vote next time you do. Bruno obviously has his allegiances. I just think you should do whatever's best for your family. But Big Man might have something else when it comes around to it. I have no clues in power currently.
No, me either.
Is it your boys?
It is our boys, yeah.
Yeah, you knew it. No clue. Yeah, it's our boys. Yeah. Your boys in blue. You probably said blue, wouldn't you?
They are blue, aren't they? Yeah. I think they're blue.
Sure.
Hey, we're losing our viewership right now. So, yeah, corn the rain. Joe would also heavily...
Corn that. He can't stand it. He just wants
corn the rain, yeah.
He wouldn't even like cold. You don't like cold? No, wind.
No.
Still?
Yeah.
Bleak?
Yeah, he wants 40-degree heat, we said.
All the time.
All the time. Should we move on to my pepper and corn?
I'd love to.
Pepper and corn? Damn it. Pepper or corn it. Award shows.
Oh. You should have put a little trigger thing there.
Yeah.
So I've watched a lot. Over my years, VMAs. Brits.
Yeah.
Hall of Fames.
Yeah.
Don't know anymore. I never watched the Grammys.
There's a big one coming up. That's
is it Oscars or Grammys?
It's Oscars. Oscars are this.
And
weekend.
Oscars is the film.
The film one, yeah.
Grammys is the big version of the.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't mind them. They've always been awkward. So I know there's been some talk about the Brits, mainly because it was on a Saturday night and they felt the vibe was rotten because it's like primetime Saturday night. When saying that, you'd expect a better atmosphere because it's on a Saturday night. Yeah. I just find them a bit awkward. Like it's kind of, they literally make fun of it in like SNL and stuff, where someone will say like, someone gets voted and the other guys all just stand there staring forwards like they're not clapping. That's the gag. Is no one ever looks happy.
There has been times where I've remembered it where there's been like people are happy for one another.
Sometimes, usually the gag is that everyone's angry that they didn't get it.
you do want that sometimes.
It's just right. I just think the production's poor.
This had the Brits that we were talking about on Saturday had no atmosphere whatsoever, no vibe whatsoever. But I do like the old school MTV. The VMAs always fun because it's like Video Music Awards, and they always did the really like eccentric
performances.
And it was really cool.
Yeah, it's always iconic. But it's not the same now if you've ever watched it.
No, I don't think I've watched it.
Just like a performance, a bit.
The Nickelodeon Awards are quite fun.
Do you expect you to go there? Yeah,
because they gunge people as well and stuff like that. Hey,
some people are into that.
Height of YouTube. Back in the day,
gunging.
Like
you're a big gunger.
I like a gunger. Yeah. The Oscars bore me to death.
Yeah. It's
just too much,
yeah.
And you kind of just want it for what the best film is. But
I
again,
like it as far as legacy goes. Like,
same with Grammys.
Yeah, I like the fact that when people get them, it's like if you're a Grammy award winner, but even if you're Grammy nominated, it's like wow, you're very high end.
Yeah.
So I get it for that because it's kind of like the highest achievement in your field. But I mean, it's more the production. I think if they produced it better and it was slicker, I think people would enjoy it more. Whereas instead, it's very people just left their own devices to do what they want. Like if they had, I know it wouldn't be as real, but I mean, half the talent know who's winning.
It needs a good host as well.
It needs a very good host, and then it needs script writers for the actual people who are going to win. So even if you think you're going to win, have a writer, and then you come up, bang, it's out. The people that write the bits between, so poor. And I know this week there was a good one with, I think it was Ivan Toney, and I can't remember who it is with, but he did an award.
Oh, wow.
And she went, who's your money on who's getting it? He goes, too soon. And then they went to the nominees, and I thought, that's good.
Fun.
That's a bit of fun. But I don't know. I think it's just not slick, and therefore you see people like cameramen in a way when they're walking up on the stage, and people kind of just milling around. Once the award gets announced, people kind of leave, go to the toilet. Like, do you know what I mean? Whereas the actual moment is them getting the award. Yeah. It feels like everyone starts talking amongst themselves, and you can hear it.
Yeah.
Where it just, I don't know. They should have some pyro or something.
They should have something more, but yeah, I'm gonna lightly pepper it. I don't mind them, but they have got a lot of stale of recent. But I'm glad that Bring Me the Horizon won a Brit Award.
Yeah, that was good. It just feels like some of them, like even like with them, they almost feel like they're annoyed that they've won.
Yeah, it was like they were caught by surprise, but also couldn't be bothered to go out there.
Yeah, it's such a weird. And the Brits is like a bigger one, like one if you're in British music, like that was their first one. So you think that's quite a big moment, but people seem so unbothered by it. So why are you even there then? Do you know what I mean? Like, why do they bother going? I don't know. I like the concept behind it, like the red carpet. It's a bit of fun, but I mean, I'm going to corn it. I think it's just a bit too meta for me.
Yeah.
It's a bit, look at me in my fancy outfit. I've turned up in a fancy car. What are you wearing? And it's like, who cares?
Yeah. To be honest, it is more about the red carpet stuff nowadays.
And I get it. And people are, oh my God, Taylor Swift's here. Or, bloody name another broad that you like, that you'd watch it for.
What, musical or?
I don't know. You've probably got a list of broads you want to name.
Absolutely. From top to bottom, mate. Yeah,
you got
Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, I'd love to see. Sydney Sweeney, Anna de Armas.
Is that the winger for Melee?
Who?
The one you wanted to come on the other day?
Ahmed Diallo.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I thought it'd be weird if he was going to. He can't even get on the field, let alone a red carpet.
Stop it.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna see Logs on the red carpet.
Yeah, but do you know what? I couldn't care less if they were standing anyway.
Yeah, no, me either.
Oh, okay. What is happening?
I don't.
You're like, I really like it. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I don't want to see it. Me neither.
I like to see it after the fact. I don't watch E. See that.
Is that still a program, Jorgen?
It is still a program.
A channel. I don't know. For me, it just seems a bit. I don't know. Famous people kind of patting famous people on the back and in front of people that are like, I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, true.
It just seems a bit.
True.
Nah.
True. I think Joe would be on that line.
I think Joe would love it.
You think?
I think he'd pepper it big time. He loves the VMAs. Like back in the day, he'd tape the VMAs.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that's making me slightly pepper it is the.
Well, I'd say this. What about pepper? Yeah, the PepperCorn it should be. Do you like award ceremonies that were in the 90s but not now, only through nostalgia? Shout out Joe.
Yeah, shout out Joe, and thank God the only good thing that came out this week with Joe not in it is I don't have to scour the internet to try and put something
visualize his thoughts, which is a scary thought.
Mental, yeah.
No pun. The last thing I want to talk about before we get out of it, I don't even have a clue how long we go. Maybe 35 minutes and 15 seconds or so. Maybe I clocked it.
We might cut.
No, 33 minutes.
Yeah.
Guys, however long this has been,
20 minutes.
Figure out how much he's cut. This is a good thing to do, actually. I can't see the time. 35, 32.
Should we play a game of, like, each week? How much will Bruno cut this week?
And guess what? Anytime I look weird, looking at Bruno, that will be in there.
It will be, yeah.
If Bruno is staring forwards, he's AI'd it up.
Yeah.
He's made sure he looks grandioso. So the last thing I want to do is there's a famous YouTube channel, and they talk about last meals. It's a really good show if you haven't seen it.
What's the tagline to that show?
We all gotta die and we all gotta eat.
Good. I like it. Yeah.
We all gotta pay taxes. Unless this guy, because he's tax evading.
Yeah.
They do a thing called last meals, and we in our personal life, we're bigger people.
Yeah.
We talk about this a lot more than it probably should. So what we're going to say is we actually had a conversation very recently. We talked about our last meals and we were kind of structuring it as like maybe a couple sides or maybe a couple starters.
Yeah, a couple.
Then a main. Then a dessert. On that show, they do like 6 meals sometimes.
You can have you
can mix anything. Yeah. So I'm going to actually tweak mine, not a lot, but just kind of solidify this. So if we're starting for starters, I think we agree on the chicken base part of this. I'm going with Hooters.
Yeah.
Boneless wings.
Yeah, I'm going with Hooters boneless wings.
Hooters,
Buffalo, blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
Yeah.
100%, I'll agree with you. Yeah. Will you have them with curly fries or celery? Don't worry about how many meals you're doing.
Curly fries.
Do you know, I think I'd actually have it with celery.
Yeah, I know, because but the thing is, you go into Hooters wanting on the
all you can eat Wednesdays.
All you can eat Wednesdays, so you don't want the fries because you just want as much.
Because they'll start the girls in the get antsy and they start to say, "Have you eaten your curly fries?" And I go, "No, because I want more chicken."
Yeah,
and then they say, "Would you rather celery?" And I say, "Yes." And I dip it in the blue cheese. It's basically water. It doesn't fill me up.
Yeah.
But they start lingering. I've noticed. They leave me like 5 minutes too long and my belly gets full.
Oh.
And then they bring out, "Oh my God, are you full?" And I'm like, "No." And that's why I'm always sick in a Hooters.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. I don't really. I don't.
Yeah, there is nothing. And it kind of is boneless. I do like every now and again. I do get some bone-in wings at home in the air fryer. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, but I normally have them with barbecue, like the bone-in ones.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think anything really beats.
I like heat, but I think with wings, and I'm looking to eat a decent amount. Yeah. I'd rather like a Chipotle smoke, barbecue smoky. Yeah. But you can't go wrong with buffalo. So I'm going with that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
The second meal was, I think both agree on this, sushi.
Yeah, and it has to be, I think, for me, nigiri.
Same. What kind of nigiri? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Tuna fish. Yes. They're nearly extinct. Let's move on to different fish. Let's do different fish.
Yeah. I like a salmon nigiri.
Yeah, I salmon, tuna, and there's a sea bass, I think.
Prawn.
You can get sea bass.
Well. You can get sea bass.
To
be fair, anything kind of fish.
Tilapia? Can you get tilapia ones?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we've had that. I'm not sure if you've had that. I might have had that in one of my soirees.
Yeah, when you've got to go into Kathinkos.
Yes.
I've just made up a place. I'll just swing by Kathinkos and I'm going to have a whole lobster with some squeezed lemon.
Yeah. I don't mind sashimi. Is it sashimi?
Sashimi. Yeah.
That's just basically raw fish on its own, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
So I can only do a little bit of that, but I could eat nigiri for days. And I don't mind the rolled riced ones.
Yeah, I'm not as keen on them, but I do like a California roll. They're too much.
That California roll can go.
Yeah, I know. But nigiri, if anyone doesn't know, it's like kind of a rectangle of
with the sesame seeds.
Sesame seed, and then a little bit of fish on top. And then I go with soy sauce and wasabi.
I go soy sauce, but I quite like the Rollins
Seth Rollins
way of doing it, just
straight in. I don't know. I like the soy sauce. Yeah. But for me, that's the two. But the main meal, this is where I think we're the same. It's the same premise of a meal.
But different, yeah.
So here we're both going to go with basically a steak.
Yeah.
I'm going fillet.
Yeah, my surf and turf is fillet or wagyu.
I've never had wagyu.
I haven't either.
Well, I've had wagyu burgers, but I've never had wagyu either.
With lobster tail and peppercorn sauce.
And he's a Tory. No, but I'd agree.
So surf and turf, a posh surf and turf.
So I was going to say, yeah, like a fillet with. Would you? This is where I'm going to mix it up. I would have Nando's fries.
Nando's fries.
I love Nando's fries with the peppery salt.
Wow.
That's the fry part.
Okay.
With a fillet.
Okay.
Peppercorn sauce.
Of course. Any steak is with peppercorn sauce.
And then I'm gonna add. I don't know what they're called, but they're called chips, I guess, or fries, but they're kind of thatched.
Oh,
what are they called? Not waffles, but they're
no, crinkle cut chip.
But they're big. You get them in American, who is pistol?
That's it.
Is that a bum?
Yeah, bum.
Yeah, those things. So they're kind of cross-hatched looking.
They are so good.
Those as well,
nice.
Yeah.
You're going double carbs.
Well, I'll go with asparagus as well. Quite a healthy amount of asparagus.
Yeah. I'd go 10% broccoli.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But we both also agree that a lobster mac and cheese is quite good too.
So I was going to say, you also got to have lobster mac and cheese on this.
That's a hearty meal. You're going double chips, which is a ledge staple at Nando's. I don't think
I'm going with a couple extra waffle fries. Waffle fries, is that what it is?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I had ones that were outside the Orlando City soccer team stadium.
I've never been there.
There's a little kind of village almost, but it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
With just bars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess for fans to kind of tailgate and stuff. There was a buffalo-y saloon, and it had swing doors, like a cowboy thing. They had the waffle fries in there that had a certain seasoning on it. It was just unreal, just unreal.
There is. So you like a seasoned fry or a seasoned potato?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm not a big potato guy, but
you get that. No, I like that definitely. So steak, peppercorn sauce, and carbs for days. In special days, but it has to be a lobster mac and cheese or just a straight up decent mac and cheese. Do you know what? There's another Tory place in actually it's not Miller and Carter.
I don't think the place was the problem. It was the way you said it.
Yeah. They do an onion loaf type thing. I'm quite like a nice onion
loaf,
crispy onion. Yeah, it's like a slab of
a focaccia.
No, it's beautiful. I can't describe it well, but I think they call it an onion loaf. But I like crispy onions too. So.
Okay, you know what a French dip sandwich or anything?
No.
Talk to you into one of them ones. New Orleans in Dallas. That was it. No, New Orleans in Dallas. TGI's in Dallas.
Yeah.
So French tip. Is it called a French dip sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And then the dessert, I would go hot chocolate fudge cake with vanilla ice cream.
Hot chocolate fudge cake?
100%.
I think I go normal, just room temp chocolate fudge cake.
Yeah.
With ice cream.
The other thing I potentially would go instead of, do you remember the chocolate cakes that we had in school?
What, the
ones that Ledge would eat vertically? Yeah. Imagine someone licking a bass of a guitar like in Kiss. That's how he ate chocolate cake.
They were so good.
I've never tasted anything quite like it.
So good.
Yeah. So that's up there. But I'll tell you what I would add. I know you would add one. I think you'd add a lasagna potentially if you could have more.
Pizza or lasagna.
What kind of lasagna? Is it from a place? Is it yours?
No, it's mine. Lasagna.
Your lasagna.
Yeah.
Okay. The one thing I would add is potentially just any kind of spiced chicken thighs with rice. I think it's if I could have a meal every day, that's why I'd have 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I like my Asian thighs.
If we cut it just before you said yeah, or even with the thighs. No, I know what you mean. Asian cuisine, generally, Korean barbecues, things like that, so good.
All you need is an air fryer and a rice cooker.
Yeah, and we're sponsored by air fryers by the sound of it.
And you're set for days.
You're set for days. That's the thing. That's what they're saying. But what we'd like to know is if you're watching this video, let us know underneath this video what your last meals would be. Obviously, no, what's the word? Copyright.
No.
But hey, let us know what your meals would be. Other than that, what you got anything to say?
No. Follow. If you're listening to us, then give us a follow on the old
iTunes, Spotify.
iTunes and Spotify. I'm not good at this whole like call to action stuff.
Mate, that's all I know.
Yeah,
sponsor us.
I'll let you.
Yeah. You can listen to us on iTunes and Spotify if you're doing that right now. Get off a 5-star review, let your friends know, download all the episodes. And if not, go over to the TikTok. We've got PepperCorn Boys, the PepperCorn Boys, and watch all those as well. Bruno's putting the clips up now. They're looking really good. We're at 500 followers. We want to get that number up.
Yeah, let's get it.
So let's start subscribing to that as well. But if not, and you're a visual person like my boy to my left right now,
absolutely,
he loves to watch YouTube, and we have that option. We are filming this right now as we do every single week. Every single Friday it goes up, and the visual goes up on a Saturday, Friday, Saturday, similar days. Just for that little extra time to edit. That's all. That's all it is. Just a little bit of time for Bruno to cut out all his bad bits.
To cut out my bad bits, and for my absolute terrible Wi-Fi to do a nice 16-hour upload of just a 5 gig file. So anyone out there with poor Wi-Fi, you know how I feel about uploading stuff.
And you know what they say?
It is a pain.
Bad tech people have bad Wi-Fi.
Oh my god!
And the top tech people have good Wi-Fi. Bruno, let everyone know the speed of our Wi-Fi here.
Yeah, it's decent, mate.
The exact number.
I don't know what it was.
A true tech guy would know. Anyway, we usually end this show the way we always do it, which is usually a bit violent, back and forth. But we're in person, so I'm going to change it up.
To my face.
No, I'm going to change it up.
No, get in my face.
No, because you tried to be a bigger man earlier, but failed. I'm actually going to be a bang. I want to shake your hand.
Is this a wrestling shake hand or something? What's going on?
What do you think I'm going to do? Break your finger like Fifth Finley?
Can we...
The Rock and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
This should be... Oh, you want to...
Yeah.
We need to work... We'll work this off air.
Yeah.
But that would be horrible.
I've been wanting to work on this for a while.
I just want to shake your hand.
All right.
And say...
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, this has been the PepperCorn Boys.
It's been the PepperCorn Boys.
It's been an absolute delight to be in person.
Hearts on fire. From Rocky.
Oh, I thought... Oh, hell yeah. This is how I'm ending the podcast. This is it. This is the end of the podcast. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not doing anything.
You stop.